Indonesia's interesting content such as likes, comments and shares, as well as live chat with broadcasters and users. Direct messaging and private chat facilities between app users are also available. RRI Digital, available on Google Store and App Store. RRI Digital.
Voice of Indonesia, the overseas service of Radio Republic Indonesia, broadcast in 9 language services: English, French, German, Dutch, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, Japanese, and Indonesian. Voice of Indonesia is broadcast via shortwave 3325 kHz and 4755 kHz, and via streaming on voanews.id and RRI Digital on mobile application. We present various programs for you: Diplomatic Forum, The Session, Indonesian Wonder, Miscellany, Let's Speak Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian pop and regional songs, international musical entertainment, as well as news and information about Indonesia and abroad. Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world. RRI World Service, Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world. You're listening to the Voice of Indonesia on voanews.id and the application RRI Digital. Listener, the results of a poll tracking Indonesia survey indicated that the level of satisfaction with the performance of the administration or the government of President Prabowo Subianto and Gibran Rakabuming Raka in the past year is evenly distributed across all regions of Indonesia. But is this also get along with the economic development in the country? We already have Irfan Syauqi Beik, the Dean of Economy and Management Faculty of IPB University. Good morning, Pak Irfan.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, sir, for being able to join us today. So, sir, how is the Indonesian economic development for the past year, especially since the administration of President Prabowo?
Yeah, actually, after Prabowo took the office of the president on October 2024, we see that in the first quarter of this year, the economic growth a bit slowed down. It was as indicated by the growth rate, which reached around 4.87%. But then it was corrected in the second quarter, which reached 5.12%. Although some economists criticize this rate, to them it seems that not seems to be impossible to reach 5.5%. But the government has its own argument, and the statistic agency has also given us some evidence and the methodology to calculate the economic growth in the second quarter. So I see that actually, despite that the global uncertainty increases and also economic challenges become more, difficult, etc. But I see that at this moment, the Prabowo's administration is able to maintain the level of economic growth. Yeah, and to me, I think until the end of this year, they still be able to maintain the growth rate at plus minus 5.1%, 5 to 5.1%. That's according to our projection. It is because we have observed for the past month, there was a breakthrough in the policy of the Minister of Finance to stimulate the economy by utilizing the fund that was saved in the Bank Indonesia account, the budget surplus around 200 trillion rupiah. So the challenges are how these state-owned banks are able to distribute the fund to inject the economy. So this is, the challenge, because what I have observed, what has been done by these state-owned banks, to me, I don't know, from the perspective of the Minister of Finance, but to me, it seems that they are not performing according to our expectation. Yeah, so our suggestion is that given this budget surplus that has been allocated to them, 200 trillion, so I suggest if they are not able to directly allocate the fund to the real sectors of the economy, better for them to conduct a kind of channeling by including regional development bank, or BPD, or Islamic Rural Bank, or BPRS, because they are dealing with directly with especially the small and medium enterprises scale. Yeah, for example, in the Islamic Rural Bank, now we have around 178. Yeah, if you allocate 10 billion each, for example, then it is only taking less than 2 trillion. Yeah, even less than 1% of the allocated fund. But they are dealing with more than 1 million small and medium enterprises. So you can imagine, by giving 1% of the fund to the Islamic rural banks, we are expecting that there will be something different. More than 1 million SMEs will be injected the fund. This will, of course, stimulate economy at the ground, economy at the bottom level. And President Prabowo, I think he also, obsessed with his ambition to elevate the level of this MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, to get the higher rank, higher status. And by injecting them with this allocated fund, I believe this can stimulate economy to grow further. Similarly, if we channel the fund also to regional development bank, from this state-owned banks, I'm predicting also there will be some, impact towards stimulating the regional development at provincial as well as at municipal or regency or city level. Yeah, this will be great if these state-owned banks can do that. And so the problem of liquidity, the problem of lack of financing, can be solved. Yeah, I think this is the best way, rather than these state-owned banks do it by themselves. Of course, there must be some bigger portion of the fund must be allocated by themselves, but at least certain percentage, maybe less than 20% of the allocated fund, this must be channeled through regional development bank as well as through rural banks in order to give, higher impact towards the economy so that the economy can grow up even. It may exceed the projection. It may be reaching 6% by next year if you can give more allocation towards these micro and small and medium enterprises.
Okay, so we also have discussed about the challenges, but what about the achievement that has been seen by you, sir? Is there any significant achievement in the administration of our president regarding the economy that might be people miss about it?
Yeah, actually, some breakthrough like free meals program, etc. Of course, the short-term impact may be still limited, the short-term impact. But in the long term, if the government is able, to manage in a better way, and to ensure that no problem in terms of the quality of the food, the safety of the food, no poison is found, for example. So maybe it may stimulate economy to grow further, because the concept is good that the government wants to increase the local economic situation by utilizing the local resources, but it still needs some time, to see the impact. But what I see also another impact, which is to me is very good and promising, is that the anti-corruption policy that has been implemented by the government through the active role played by our Attorney General. I think it gives, more hope to us that the government is taking seriously the problem of corruption that become one of the factors that may affect badly the economy. So we are expecting that if this trend of law enforcement continue, then I think the economy may even exceed the 6%, in the next year. Yeah, of course, a lot of things need to be done. And also the government should manage, some strategic sectors, especially with regard to energy and mining. Yeah, this require more attention from the President Prabowo, so that some strategic sectors can give more impact, towards our economy. But so far, for the past 1 year, we are very satisfied. At least I'm satisfied with the current achievement, although we have some weaknesses here and there in some sectors, but the trend is good. So the challenge is how the president and his administration is able to maintain the situation and even moving forward and provide more positive economic shock. Yeah, appointment of finance minister, we acknowledge, it has to be acknowledged that it creates some shock towards the situation of our country's economic condition. So I think if the Minister of Finance is able to prove everything he said, this will give, good hope to the people. And we are convinced that we are on the right direction. And the other thing, which is also important, but still lack of attention, is related with the halal industry. Yeah, currently the president's team responsible for managing halal industry seems not to have or to show a good performance. Yeah, because halal industry now is growing rapidly, globally speaking, and the growth at the global level reached 10 until 15%, like in the food and beverages, halal food and beverages industry. But it seems that the roadmap to achieve this halal industry is still not that optimum. So I suggest President Prabowo to extend the current National Islamic Economy and Finance Committee to become an agency or badan, that has more power to supervise the halal industry sector and to further increase the ecosystem of halal industry so that we can grab the global potential so that it will give more benefit towards our economy. If this can be done, I think the impact will be excellent. This also includes Islamic social finance comprising zakat and wakaf. The potential are still huge, and we hope that the President Prabowo also gave more attention towards these sectors. So I think by combining this, I'm convinced, the economic growth in the coming year will be better than current situation.
Okay, sir, we got what we needed. Thank you very much for your time, Pak Irfan.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, listener, that is the Dean of Economy and Management Faculty of IPB University, Pak Irfan Syauqi Beik, and I'd like to make a little bit summary of our talk. It seems that the government in the last 1 year in terms of economy has made a lot of breakthroughs and the development is on the right path, and yet there are still challenges, room for improvements, and also many untapped potentials. But Indonesia is, I should say, Pak Irfan is optimistic that Indonesia can get or even surpass the target itself. Well then, listener, you can listen again to this VOA talk on our YouTube channel, VOI Official.